What is the amount for League City Chamber?
League City Chamber is 17,500. The Clear Lake Chamber is, I'm sorry, I have those reversed. The Clear Lake Chamber is 17,500. The League City Chamber is 18,000.
Just being in the budget position we are, I think they're worthy organizations. They're not ones I might participate in. I don't know who else within the community gets benefit from those memberships. I know I don't. I mean, as far as a council member, so I can't speak to what they provide. But I think right now that's not a core expense.
And that's $35,000 worth of chamber fees that we're paying. And what I said in KCDC was, I mean, it's only as good as you take advantage of it, what you participate in. We just appointed Doug as our liaison to the Clear Lake City Chamber. So I would imagine that's going to get some use out of it. But we don't use it. We haven't traditionally used it. It is a large expense.
What do they bring to the city in revenue? Like, how do we offset those membership fees? I mean, it's something tangible, not.
Well, that's a good question because I asked that question. So when I'm not the best at relaying that, but basically what I get out of it, when you talk to the Clear Lake Chamber, they're more, and Carl jump in if you want to, but I think they're more regional, like state level, legislative, you know, working on things, you know, I guess what Jacob likes to say, when you don't see them, they're working. What I get out of the League City Chamber is they're more business, you know, related here, working, you know, like the 90 with the one, and all that, that's what they focus on. So it seems like they have two different focuses. I'm not the expert on it, Carl is.
Well, so Clear Lake, you know, we're $7,500 sponsored for the local parade.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And then a couple of months ago, they had their Taste of Town or whatever you call it, and they had the tents down at the boardwalk, and so we had a lot of people in Kemah that day to do that. So, you know, Clear Lake serves like what, 9 communities or something like that, where League City concentrates more just in the northern part of the county, and I think probably as far as our businesses being members, they're probably going to gain more from League City than Clear Lake personally.
Right. And to be honest with you, I would agree with you. Except that, and Doug was explaining this to me, that the boat parade, we're the presenting city, which is a big deal. And if you ask anybody, the boat parade is the one thing that everybody must keep. So that's a big one.
And that's what our membership pays for.
Yes.
That hosts and that hosts people.
I believe so.
Our membership actually is 10,000. We then are sponsored also.
The 7,500.
Yeah. You know, we have, like I said, we have a liaison to the Clear Lake Chamber. If we're going to stick with one, I would stick, in my opinion, we stick with them. But we sure need to have some fun with these. I want something tangible out of it.
Okay, question. So, do you want to keep this to KCDC or do we want to discuss budgeting it here?
I will not be in favor of paying it for KCDC, but I'm 1-7.
I think you have a more flexible budget than we do.
All the way around. We're paying for streets and drainages and memberships and anything else you want.
Well, but really, this is economic development.
It is, no, I agree.
Biggest thing about,
I agree.
and both chambers really promote our area. And probably League City probably is out there promoting maybe more than Clear Lake, but yet we're not a member.
No, but I don't think that we've given Clear Lake a fair shake at this point in time because, like I said, Isaac said, we just appointed a liaison. But I do think, truthfully, that because it's the chamber, it is economic development, and I do believe that it's probably best to come out of KCDC.
Let me do this. Let me talk. Dewan left already, but let me have a conversation with Dewan if there's any give in that membership and how we can structure it. Because I'd like to be a member of them.
There are different levels. I know I'm not supposed to be talking, but there are different levels.
We can talk. We can figure out what to work out with them and see if we can't.
There are different.
Right.
I started to say he had some little ones
So I
down
hear.
the back.
So let me talk and bring that back if you don't mind.
So you're
Where
going,
did that number come from, though, the 4,500? What is that? Because what, the pullout there is way more than 4,500.
So,
Yeah. It doesn't reflect everything in there.
I mean, if the chamber's 7,500 and League City's 10, we're way over 4,500.
Well, but I think that this reflects the chamber and all that other stuff being paid out of KCDC and not out of the city.
Okay.
That's why it's 4,500.
Okay.
This is
Alright.
what's left over, and it was originally about 8,000, give or take.
Okay.
It was 7,000 or 8,000, and then we pulled Baytran out at 2,500, and I think we pulled
Okay.
something else out. But the chamber that you're talking about was coming out of KCDC
Okay.
as of the writing of this. Now, if that gets flipped back to us, then that number will exceed the 4,500, comparable to whatever chamber we decide to go with.
It was supposed to be paid out of council this past year.
So,
I got lost there for a sec. Okay.
hey, keep going.
So the only other change